Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Combat 7. The last time we played this, we actually finished our run of flankers only. And so I put in the Discord which run you would want me to do next. Between the Hornet run, the Cold War run, the European run, or the MiG run. And you all decided, I think, 3-2. Hello, Cross. I think you all decided either 3-2 or 4-3. I don't know. But it was a clear majority of we're doing the Cold War. So before we do that, I'm going to show you which aircraft are going to be allowed for this run. And since we're naval, we're going to be off the Admiral Anderson. Okay, so we have, first up, the F-14D Super Tomcat. Then the F-14A Tomcat. The F-14A Top Gun Maverick or Tomcat. No, not that one. The F-14B Bombcat. Now, this is going to be a Tomcat heavy playthrough. It won't be exclusively Tomcats, but if you like the F-14, you're going to love this run. The EA-6B Prowler. This run is Top Gun centric, more or less. The F-5E Tiger II. And then finally, if I can find it, yes, here. The A4 Skyhawk. Now, we are not going to be doing this on Ace, but I think I could probably do it on hard mode. Because, yep, the classic little Tecker. But I believe on hard, since hard mode allows you to repair when you hit across the return line, I think we're going to go with hard.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family
good
for 4
supersonic
generations.
aircraft.
Flying's in
Well,
my DNA.
the Blue Angels used
Even
it.
so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force.
And in Top Gun, the A4 was used by Jester and Viper
You could see what it's like up there.
as aggressors. Hey Gio, welcome to stream.
Stratosphere. Nothing beats
So the A4 could have been a good dogfighter if it was allowed to.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's
Excuse
a bunch
me.
of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those
Wait, just a kid.
geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with the aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself.
I wouldn't be surprised if the A4s got jumped by MiG-17s in Vietnam and decided that they would make the MiGs pay for the insult.
Technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another year and a half after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
Hi, Floof.
Then, finally,
We're gonna be flying
I was ready to
old Navy planes today.
All this plane could do was take off,
So,
accelerate,
Tomcats,
fly
Prowlers, Tigers, and Skyhawks. I love this cutscene so much with the music. After let's see here, it was between Assault Horizon and Ace Combat 7, it was about 8 years.
So I flew up, straight up, through the clouds. High
That
up,
cutscene's basically telling fans that after 8 long years,
I could almost touch it.
you're back home.
Then I saw OCS fighters.
Floof just
They
got
were
off work,
tailing
but
something.
2 hours after you're supposed to.
drone.
Oh god.
They were going full out chasing that thing, doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast.
At
Even
least
the
you're getting
drones-
overtime, right?
The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have been wearing a vest with me, you piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Overtime. Yeah. You get paid extra time and a half.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude
Floof.
that they have attacked the site.
They are paying you overtime, right?
Here's
Or
the mission.
are you salaried? In which case, why would you go salaried?
As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the
I think
unidentified
he's just
craft,
emote
then use your
spamming
weapons
now.
to round them up and force them to land. Hostiles counterattack. Then you will. What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack.
About
Numerous unidentified aircraft approach
Ted
overhead.
Turner. What about him?
Tank farm to the north has been bombed. Many injured. Scramble. All units. Take off and eliminate the unidentified.
I know
craft
he
attacking the base.
made or
This is not a drill.
oh, he died. Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know. I didn't really think about Ted Turner much. The biggest thing I know about him is that he made a lot of channels like Turner Classic Movies, TNT, which is Turner something something. God damn it, Floof. Start. Yeah, he did start Cartoon Network, didn't he? But I didn't really know anything about the man. Really? He created Captain Planet. Yeah, that. Yeah, I never really thought much about Ted Turner. He was the main villain in Captain Planet. All right. Well, our first aircraft is gonna be the F5 Tiger II. And the skin we're gonna do, is the Belkin Knight. Now, one thing that's interesting about the Tiger and the F-20 Tiger Shark, I believe the skin determines the weapons. So here we've got American weaponry. Same with War Dog, Strider, Spare, Mage. But here, when we get the MiG-28 skin, those are R-60 aphids and R-77 adders. Meaning that this is Russian. Which is a nice touch. I just wish to put the star on there, but I think I can do that manually if I had to. But then we go back to American and American. Actually, hold on. Let me see, can I? No. Okay, so this one doesn't have the ability to put on emblems. Fair enough. Knight.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many. Let's clear that runway.
Yeah, I think only Cross answered the question I had in the Discord earlier. But if you could erase one aircraft from history, what would it be and why? I said the F-4 Phantom, not because of anything the aircraft did, but because of how the Air Force used it. Or should I say misused it. Hello, average SC-33 flanker lover. Welcome to Strem. Unfortunately, there will be no flankers this run. However, the previous run, which is going to be on my YouTube channel archive, that does have nothing but flankers. Instead, we're doing primarily nothing more advanced than a Tomcat.
Roger that. This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
But also, thank you for follow.
Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Yeah, the available aircraft for this run is the F-5 Tiger, the A-6B Prowler, What's the goal? See if I can beat the game with
Bomber confirmed down.
with the. It's a themed run.
Not bad, Mage 2.
That's about it.
Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
It's a campaign run. But so the Tiger, the Prowler, the A4 Skyhawk, and every variant of the Tomcat that there is. Yep, Cold War American Navy. Which means, oh darn it, the F-5 was Navy. It was also Air Force. It was primarily used by the Navy as an aggressor, but it was Navy, and as you can see, it's got a tailhook.
Enemy support eliminated. This should
Yeah, no,
destroy the target. Target
it was
confirmed
supposed to
Mage 2.
take the place of the F-8 Crusader,
Mage 2.
but due to the standardization policy that McNamara stupidly put on, the Air Force decreed that the American fighter for all branches would be the Navy's F-4 Phantom,
Fox 3.
which meant that the F-5 was exported and used domestically as an aggressor.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2.
Which is why I want the if I could, I would erase the Phantom from existence. Because it would force the Air Force to pick an actual fighter.
Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that.
Yes, I am using a mod for the Tiger.
Oh, their trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
There's a lot of mods being used right now.
Radio.
Golem. Mage. 2 new enemy groups.
Yeah, it's. I think the original Tiger
All combat groups.
pack
Are there any drones? Verify.
was the model swap one built or made by Kosnag.
This is the kind of shit
Um,
that chaps my ass.
This is the add-on version, which is
Tell them apart.
compiled by a different mod author. I forget their name, but they just made it an add-on. But all the assets and stuff are by Kosnag. Sky Keeper.
Mage 2.
Yeah, we are doing this on hard difficulty instead of ace or normal. Hard because the mods do make it rather easy, but not ace because only the Tiger has QAAMs. The Sea Eagle, I do have that mod.
Difference between life and
However,
sharp, think fast.
I am considering that not part of the thing because the Navy rejected it.
Mage 2 locked.
Yeah. The Navy rejected it because the added weight for carrier operations meant it would sacrifice performance. And the Navy's like, nah, our Tomcats are fine. Got a bad aim, we're flying a Tiger. Close enough. Welcome back, Ace 5. Oh, I love the concept of the Sea Eagle. Don't get me wrong, and that's why I have the mod installed. I love the Sea Eagle. I love the Eagle in general. It's my favorite real life aircraft. The Strike Eagle, that is.
To Golem and Mage.
And when I
All bombers are down.
figured out how to get the compatibility
You're in the clear.
mod working, I immediately went and got the Sea Eagle mod that Cross pointed out to me because
Make it back in one
it's
piece
an
here.
it's Navy
I gotta
and
find the
Eagle.
boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you
Um,
confirm any drones?
it
What's the deal with those
if the
drones?
Navy accepted or got the Sea Eagle to work, the F-15 would basically be the modern day, well, the 4th generation F-4. Because it would be used by all the branches. Yeah, if only the landing gear didn't completely throw off the thrust to weight ratio of the Eagle. Exactly. That's why it got rejected. Now, there is a 5th gen aircraft that is essentially the F4. And that would be the F-35. Oh, the F-15EX is definitely the most versatile aircraft that we have in our arsenal. And when I did the Eagle only run,
We are currently assessing the damage to the base.
the Eagle 2
We have
mod
confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross
made it where I had to do it on
we know the
Ace.
attacking bogies were from Arusha.
F-15C.
International Union peacekeeping forces all over the Yusian continent were attacking.
No.
The damage is
I-
severe. Many wars
The
are lost by
F-15C,
failing to
don't get me
recover
wrong,
from
is
the
a
opening
great
blows.
aircraft.
That means
It is
successfully
undefeated in the
retaliating is very
air.
important. You may have turned the tide
However,
here.
when it came to air to ground, oh, it's a joke? Okay. One thing you'll learn about me is that my tism prevents me from comprehending jokes in text. There, oh, yeah, wait, the F-35. Sad F-20 noise. I forgot the F-20 is in 5th gen. The F-20 isn't the most versatile aircraft. However, Larry the Tiger Shark is a unique variant of the F-20 that has a plus 100 to all of his stats. Larry the Tiger Shark is a demigod. And he's not allowed out of the hangar because his mere existence is against the Geneva Conventions. 20 is the most meme aircraft.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war.
Although
on the
I
Alliance
do have
Federation.
that mod.
As soon as the news broke out,
And
enemy
yes,
aircraft
it is
began
broken.
bombing Ocean territory,
It's a
causing
paper.
widespread destruction.
Or it's not
The Air
it's a
Defense
glass
Force has
cannon.
released a statement saying this violent
But
attack
it
was
comes
carried out
equipped
by
with
drones.
cruise missiles.
They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the
Extract out
Navy
F-18
has stated that
and
the
identify-
enemy was targeting
Yep.
naval ports across the
Basically,
country.
that's what happened.
According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Ocean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies on the space
Excuse me.
elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war.
It's a bad
Located
asthma
near
day to
Erusia,
day.
on the continent of Yusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has
Living in the
declared a national
Midwest
state
is,
of
in the
emergency.
spring
They
sucks.
have ordered all its armed
I
forces,
would not
including
recommend it.
Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary.
I mean, I love
preparations
living
to
in the
launch an
Midwest,
immediate
but
counterattack. Ladies and
it,
gentlemen, our country is officially at war.
Spring is
Stay
not
tuned for
fun.
Further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the
The
capital today.
experimental
striking
F-16.
Farbanti
You mean
from
the
their
F-16
aircraft
XL?
carrier, The Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully
that one lost
repelled.
out to the
During
F-15E.
air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters.
'Cause the
Some of
F-15E
disabled
could carry
planes then
more.
crashed into residential areas.
Although
The world was screwed.
I
20
I
years
don't
ago, the Earth
understand
was slammed by an asteroid.
why
Yusia was on the
people,
wrong side
especially
and got hit
um,
hard.
fanboys of a certain
Refugees
Swedish
swarmed the Erusian
aircraft,
continent.
constantly
on the continent,
underestimate
plunging into chaos.
the humble
They were desperate
F-16.
and started a war. One they had no.
No, Ohio was the Midwest.
That's the war my dad fought and died in.
Ohio is definitely the
biggest
Midwest.
Nations from two continents went head to head in the so-called righteous oceans.
Now, my state, Kansas, is the one that gets debated on whether or not it's Midwest or Great Plains.
They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up.
You were the
sky,
original
ended up being
Midwest.
built in Usha, paid for by the
Midwest expanded
President
westward
Harding
as we
said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans.
expanded as a country.
But to the folks in Arusha,
Louisiana
Osea
Purchase
was moving
added
in to
a
take
lot
over.
of Midwestern states.
Arusha went from being a republic back to being a
But there's
started this
there's
war, they managed to get the
disagreements
drop
as to
on
whether or
it.
not the Dakotas,
The second
Nebraska,
declaration
and
used
Kansas
Elysian
count
forces
as
to control the
Midwest,
space elevator
or are
without
they
spilling
Great
a
Plains?
single drop of blood.
Started on weather patterns. because we don't know what
President
those are.
Harling was touring the elevator when it happened.
Weather patterns are
While that was going on,
whatever is the most
ships that were docked
inconvenient
all
for
around
you at the
Osea
time,
used a
that's
swarm
what's
of
gonna
drone
happen.
fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day.
In the spring, it's just
With pinpoint
thunderstorms
accuracy, they managed to take
with
out everything that
tornadoes
was
and
military.
hail and
not a
other
single
winds.
civilian was hurt in
Because
the process.
fuck you. Vista,
Osea
the
pissed lots of
XXO,
people off with their huge military
SFW.
presence around the world.
Oh,
Arusha didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just
I'm
so
not
happened to
sure
be
what
in
the
that
Vista
flying
and the
drone racer.
FSW are. You'll have to. You'll. I'll have to look those up. Hold on. Give me a second.
In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime
Oh,
aviation
forward
laws or
swept
some
wing.
crap.
Okay.
The world
Okay.
went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa success deleted of the Kingdom of Arusha. Today, Ocean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Arusians. Their attacks
The X-62
It is heartbreaking.
for thrust vectoring.
I
Looks
was
like it's got
tried,
an external
found
rocket
guilty,
on
and
top
stuffed
of
into
its.
a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for
Variable
several
stability
days and then
in
swung
flight
east.
simulator.
That's how I
Test
got
aircraft.
here. I was thousands of kilometers from Arusha on the opposite side of the
Okay.
USN continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base, the fences were topped with razor
And
wire.
the X is
tower
just the
had
tail of.
searchlight and
Okay.
machine guns, and a truck with a gun
The
turret was parked in front of the
F-16X, the flying wing.
gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base.
Oh, thank you,
but half the
Zakale,
tanker
for
trucks were just big balloons. And the runways weren't
freeing
even paved, just
um,
painted on the dirt. The whole place was
flanker
just
lever
one
ad,
fat lie.
from ad jail.
The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out and set the dogs on me.
The theory that the F-15 was being loaded onto the boat with Avrils. The F-15 could be. 16 Vista, now designated the X-62A, is heavily modified F-16D Block 30. Uses a premier AI-driven flight
Arusha
research
has made a
test bed.
declaration to the Ocean Federation
Simulates the
and
flight
all countries
characteristics of
on the
other
Asian
aircraft
continent
and
stationing
tests
the
advanced
IUN
AI
peacekeeping
algorithms
forces,
like
so we are now
AI
at war.
driven tactical dogfight
Right after the
while maintaining
declaration was made, surprise
safety
attacks
of
began
the
around the
pilot.
continent that inflicted major damage to our armed forces.
I'm not sure I'd want to fly with an AI controlling my plane, but, you know.
The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now.
I wouldn't mind having like an R2-D2 companion.
A Additionally,
Texas would have been hella
the
bipolar
multinational
recently.
space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military.
I know Texas is supposedly the South,
The space elevator
but
became
North
noticeable
Texas
and a valuable asset in the fight against
and
burning
Oklahoma,
energy
I would argue,
Whoever
at
has
least
control of it will have
climate-wise,
enormous influence over the entire
is
cosmos.
more Midwestern than Southern.
We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been
Maybe they should be considered the
planet.
like. What is Oklahoma? Is Oklahoma the South? Is it the Midwest?
You will attack all
Or is it just the
hostiles
plains
coming in the
with
east
close
of
to
Schofield
Mexico?
Plateau
Ah.
to stop any interference with the
So,
Allied platforms.
yeah, you're not in
enemy
the
has
plains
deployed
weather.
Several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support.
Especially
If that
Oklahoma's
happens,
plains.
fight them
Okay.
off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Or Midwest weather. Now, to be honest, the group of people, or like region-wise in America, that I think us Midwesterners get along the best with is the Southerners. Because both regions are kind of known for hospitality. We have different variants of it, but, you know. Also, both Midwesterners and Southerners are kind of looked down upon by the coastal elite, so we've got that going for each other. What I'm going for is just getting all the campaign badges for his okay. I don't know if I have all those on PC. I do have them on PS4, except for the Platinum Ace sort of thing, where you get an S rank on Ace for everything. Yeah, here's the F-20. And yeah. Yeah. Cruise missile. Larry's got cruise missiles. Yeah, we're not going to be flying Larry, but here's what Larry's can be dressed up as. We've got the standard OCO1. We've got the MiG-28. Complete with Russian-looking missiles. We've got Blaze and the War Dog. You got Mage. Spare. Strider. No, the F-20 doesn't equal Larry. Larry is a very specific F-20. He is a character created by... I don't know his full Twitter name, but it's like Wiggle Wiggle something. He's the one behind the Larry the Tiger Shark, his Wiggle Wiggle Village. That's right. I know he created the character of Larry the Tiger Shark, who has basically become a mimetic badass. But not every F-20 is Larry. And we've got a Jolly Roger version for the OMDF. Let's see, MiG-28 fits more as an F-20 than an F-5. Yeah, it does. And then we got the prototype. But our aircraft for this mission is the A4 Skyhawk. We'll do the Mavericks. Yeah, the Larry the F-20 has brought you an F-50. Yeah, that one. Larry will return next week. He's the guy that started that. Okay, so it doesn't show up. Yeah, this is the Vietnam era A4. We've also got the more naval variant. Got the prototype. We've also got spare, Strider, and Mage, which also use the naval variant. And then for Osea's variant, we actually have Phoenix, or Scarface, whichever one you want to call it, from Ace 2. We'll go with that one.
Mage Squadron, Zordy, ASAP.
Lodestone. Yep. Although I know Lodestone is from Ace 2, but because I played Joint Assault first and played a shit ton of Joint Assault back in the early 2010s, I know it from Joint Assault instead of Ace 2. Yeah, I love the Skyhawk. It is a fun little nimble attacker. Granted, I'm not exactly thrilled with its weapon selection, but it makes sense for the aircraft. What am I playing on right now? I am playing on a laptop. This is Steam. I couldn't mod it otherwise.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruit.
But I do have A7 for the Xbox and the PlayStation as well. I do have a PC, but for some reason, my desktop PC decided that whenever I put my nose down, it goes warp 10. So I was like, you know what? No. It didn't do that on the laptop, so I'm going to put it back on the laptop. And that fixed the aggressive speed up when I'm looking down. Oh, I have. It's called the F4. Or, you know, MiG-21s. Or MiG-31s. The A4 Sky looks cool.
Mage 2, missile away.
You can have that opinion, Zakale. You're wrong. But this is America. You're entitled to be wrong. I didn't want to waste missiles on a sympathetic explosion.
Nice shot, Mage 2.
All aircraft, residential area is below you.
Mage 2, missile away.
Now, I will grant you that compared to
In your way now.
4th gen American aircraft, 3rd gen American aircraft have a distinct look. And it is not, they weren't designed to be pretty. Neither were the American 4th gen ones, but it just so happened that they ended up being pretty. Like, I don't think there's a bad-looking American 4th generation fighter.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
People are gonna point to the A-10 like,
Continue with the mission.
the A-10 has a beauty all of its own, in the fact that it looks rugged and dangerous. The F-4 is not the worst looking aircraft. However, it's big and all the bends in it are aerodynamic band-aids. Now, its design is perfect for an interceptor, but it's not great for a fighter. But I think part of the reason why the 3rd generation looks weirder than 4th gen is most of the 3rd generation have the wings either in the middle of the fuselage or below the fuselage. Like, look here. The fuselage is above the wings, so it looks tall and weird. Versus where the 4th gen, the wings are mounted more towards the top of the fuselage, or are blended in with the fuselage, so it looks better.
These drones have great agility. All aircraft, you know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAV.
At least that's my theory.
Repeat, bandits are drones.
That's just a theory. A plain theory.
Doesn't matter.
Thanks for watching.
He's saying the war could change in an instant. You know,
Don't sue me,
yeah,
Matt
I
Pat.
just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
Mage 2 has taken down an enemy. How many's that now?
Just 2 more.
One to go. Let's get through this.
So, Brownie, if I manage to get this last
Moves, but that's about it.
MQ-99, you're gonna get me a drink, right?
Gun range.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Trigger fought
You shoot, someone gets killed.
using the A4.
The guys in charge take
Everyone
care
would be
of
like,
the
how
rest.
the hell is he in that quick in an A4? Trigger, Top Gun go wee. Pretty much. I mean, if
Current target is on rails.
the A4NK mod gave you
Destroy the target.
any
HQ has made it clear that no
air-to-air
guns,
weapon,
civilians,
that'd be
or damages
hilarious.
can be done to public
That thing?
facilities.
I know I have no granny, but I'll buy you
Air
five. Believe it or not, Sakale, but the A4 was used by the Blue Angels as an acrobatic
air
plane.
superiority by destroying
Top
their
Gun used it as an aggressor
barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator.
because it had similar flight
Now's the time to group up
performance
and lead the counteroffensive. Let us
to the
reclaim what's ours.
MiG-17. So it may be an attacker, but that doesn't mean it can't get air-to-air kills. And in fact, it probably does have air-to-air kills to its name. Because, you know, North Vietnamese MiGs decided they'd jump an A4 flight after they dropped some warheads on foreheads, and the A4s were like, haha, you fucked around and found out. Why didn't they make an air-to-air variant? McNamara, they had chosen the F4 as the fighter for everyone, which is why the F8 got phased out, which is why the F5 got relegated to either export or aggressor. It's because the Air Force back then was dumb. Wish I could project how deadpan that was over text. Stuck on mission 8 for the longest. What are you using on for mission 8? Because I might be able to give you some loadout advice. Might.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones.
Even to the drone leverage state.
They're
Dogfighting will
using a
never
new
be obsolete. It's
advanced type of
inevitable.
drone. The
Well,
unmanned airborne aircraft
as
carrier, the Archer
somebody,
carries this new drone.
I don't know, remember who, but there was somebody on the Dogfights TV show that said that think of an aircraft's weapons like an infantryman's weapons. An infantryman has a rifle for long range, a sidearm for close range, and when all else fails, they've got a knife for last resort CQB sort of stuff. Well, an aircraft has the same thing. Take, for example, the F-15C. The F-15C, their rifle is the AIM-120 AMRAAM. It's the long-range BVR missile. That's its primary weapon. Well, if things get in close, it can dogfight with its twin AIM-9 Sidewinders, the Heat Seekers. Those are meant for short range. And if things get even too close, it still has that M61 20mm Gatling gun for quote-unquote knife fighting. That was the lesson that was learned from Vietnam. no matter how unlikely it is you're going to be using that Vulcan, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. That was the problem with the F4 and why I want to erase the F4 from existence. It's because the Air Force decided to pick an interceptor to use as a fighter and then give it rules of engagement that prevented it from using its long-range weapons. It had no short-range weapons. It had no knives, no gun. It had very unreliable sidearms in the early AIM-4 Falcons and AIM-9 Sidewinders. And its main rifle, the AIM-7 Sparrow, flip a coin. Heads, okay, the missile starts to track. Tails, it just drops off the rails without activating. You've turned it into a paperweight. Congratulations. It could not turn with the MiGs. It and the Sidewinders of the day could not match the Gs to be used in a dogfight. However, there were two aircraft that could easily keep pace with the MiGs and had weapons that could be used in a high G dogfight. That would be the F-5 Tiger and the F-8 Crusader. Both of them could use, especially later versions of the Tiger, could use the Sparrow and later the AMRAAM. So it could use the rifle. It could wield the sidearm of the Sidewinder. And they had the knives of the gun. So, forcing the Air Force to pick one of those two aircraft would have meant less American pilots killed, because both of those aircraft, while not very good at intercepting, they could fight beyond visual range if needed, but they were much better equipped than the Phantom was to fight within the rules of engagement of you have to visually ID your target. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Our next aircraft is going to be a fan favorite. So let's give a quick overview of what skins I have. I've got the Osea one, the Aruja one. Oh, hey. So that's that one. Okay. Do I have it marked down? So I'm going to use it later. Yep, I do. Okay. But this one we're going to be using later on in the playthrough. But it is part of the unsung squadrons. This is Caravan Squadron from Ace Combat Zero. It's the whole series is unnamed squadrons, or named squadrons that don't really appear much. Or like a one-off thing. There's a whole bunch of them that came in that mod. got Mage. Reason the F4s got better was because they had to bring a World War II pilot. If you're referring to Operation Bolo, how he did that was he figured out the reason why the F4 was failing. It wasn't the plane, it was the rules of engagement. So he was able to pull enough strings to get all friendly aircraft except for those specifically participating in Operation Bolo grounded. That way, any aircraft that wasn't part of Operation Bolo that was in the air was an enemy. Meaning the rules of engagement no longer apply. They can use their long-range weapons at long range. And during Operation Bolo, the F4s proved that if you give a long-range fighter the ability to fight at long range, they will annihilate the opponents before they even know what the fuck just happened. Hello, Ace. I watched the hell out of the Fat Electrician and Habitual Line Crosser. I love that guy, or those guys. So we also got Monarch, Strider, the Rosgrees, Schnee, War Dog, and the one we're going to be using, VF-103, Jolly Rogers. Monarch and Prince.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Mage 2, begin takeoff sequence. You're cleared for launch.
Yeah, the F-14D Project Greenman skin is more accurately described as Monarch and Prez. The D technically would count as post-Cold War, yes. However, I'm including it because it's the same family. Do you want me to not include a Tomcat Cross? Because I can restart the mission with the ACAT. But that would also mean that Lighthouse doesn't have a multi-lock missile Tomcat on it. Because I was going to use the D against the Arsenal Burb. I included the DCAT because the prime of its service life was in the 90s. Granted, the 90s was post-Cold War, but it was kind of in that awkward middle phase between the Cold War and when shit hit the fan. I'm not including the Hornet because the prime of the Hornet's life was in the 2000s.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
The Super Tomcat is still it was still built to fight a Cold War enemy. The Hornet is built to fight a more modern enemy. Well, not modern, but, you know, it's built for the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. Well, the Hornet's prime, the Legacy Hornet, I would argue, like if there was a Legacy Hornet mod, I would probably include it here, like the A through C. But the Super Hornet, which is the only ones that we've got in this game, I do not consider that to be part of this. Because they served in the 2000s.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Oh, there is? All right.
Step above the last drones.
Well, it's a little late for this run. What are its weapons?
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Gold Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Because depending upon its weapons, I might consider it. Because I don't love the legacy bug enough to consider getting it if it doesn't have enough variation out of the Echo Hornet. Because between the Echo and Foxtrot Hornets and their mods, it's a very versatile setup. Okay, I can't exactly look at that while I'm fighting. I thought you were going to look at it and then tell me the weapons. Aw, man! Alright, game crashed. It does that from time to time on this mission. That's fine. I'll just reset it. How hot is it? No, it's not hot at all. Sometimes the game will crash on mission 3. I don't know why. It just does. Usually if I'm looking around. That's fine. We just go again. All right. But while I'm waiting for this to load, I will look at the thing. Okay, F-18C Hornet add-on. Okay. Weapons, 4 AM, Sparrows, and an unguided bomb large. That might be interesting. C+, 8 AM, nope, don't want that. 4 AGM, not really that great. Harpoon, possibly. Ace Combat 0, LASM, Sparrow, and SOD. I might actually want that one. That one's a good one. Ace Combat 4, 4 AM, LASM, and UGB. Possibly. I would probably get the 0 variant. Or does it come with all of them? And it's based on what skin it is. Okay, so 15 skins. And the types are based off the skin you get. Okay. All right. I will track it. Like I said, I think it's a little late for me to add it into here. But we have not done the Hornet run yet. so I might be able to add it in there. Yeah, I'll track it. Have you done all of Triggan's cannon aircraft? Yes, I have done a cannon run of A7. It is gonna be in my cannon run playlist on YouTube. But I've done cannon runs of Ace 5, Ace 6, Ace 7, Project Wingman.
The surprise attacks
I
carried out after
don't know if I've done one of 4 yet. I know I haven't done one of 0. I don't think I can do any of the PS1 games canon.
Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned.
I probably won't even attempt to do one of Joint Assault. I might do one of X.
Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Barbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely.
Yeah, the cannon aircraft for me with Trigger is you start out obviously with the F-16C Mage. Then after mission 7, I go with the F-15C. Well, I used to have spare, but now I don't. And then starting around mission 17, I go to the F-22.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
I mean, I would consider Joint Assault Cannon Run if the F-22 had the Sniper OS. But that'd be the only way.
Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we can wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins. If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn. They got me!
3 remaining.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Engaged!
Missile launch.
We need reinforcements now!
Locked.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Son of a bitch.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Hello, Forrest. Welcome. welcome to Stram.
Missile incoming. Evade. Break. Break.
Wait, what the hell?
Caution. Missile.
Caution. Large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Alright. Okay, so we did get the ace on again.
Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break. Now.
We're just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Yep. Skykeeper's not a very good AWACS.
Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Gold Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Split up. Find your own target. Look at that light from the Arsenal bird.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Missile coming at me. Enemy threat overhead. Skeleton 1, Commander. Got me.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. We support you.
Status?
Find the situation.
Let's just double it up. Column 2, missile, evade! Evading!
Alright, there's that.
Column 3, column 2's hit! Status report. Ship, column 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break. Break. Missile.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Coming. What's the plan?
Speaking of Ace 8, the Summer Games Fest trailer was released today.
I repeat, maintain air superiority.
No, this is Mission 3. You're still mage at this point, Forrest.
Caution.
But
Stay alert.
the Summer Games Fest trailer released today, and Ace Combat 8 was featured in it. So there's a very good chance we'll get another trailer for Ace 8 during the Summer Games Fest. Sly will be streaming or at least hosting
Give our allies some time to escape.
I'm not sure if it's going to be on the Discord or if he's going to do it on Twitch, but he's going to be
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them
hosting
touch any friendlies.
that on
Head back to base.
June
Escort
5th,
column 2.
I believe is when it is.
Continuing the mission. Still got my
So
Trigger doesn't need
I think that's a Friday, so I'm not going to be streaming during that because I'm going to be watching it.
copy.
So
Returning home.
yeah,
Lock acquired.
I'll probably be there with Sly. Not hosting, obviously. Unless he asks me to.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Column Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
Mage 2, lock.
Sense of Ocean's organization
Mage
south.
Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Probably.
The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are. Machines don't get tired.
Mage 2,
Oh, how are you getting it on a discount?
more UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
What, Ace 8? It's probably going to be 70 to 80. Oh, Steam. Ah, okay. It's probably going to be 70 to 80. And yeah, that's going to be expensive.
Retreating aircraft.
But
Prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1.
as an Ace Combat streamer,
Attack.
I can't not get Ace 8 the day it comes out. And I will probably get multiple versions of it.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report.
You can... What platforms do you have? Are you just on the PS4? Or do you have a PC? So you have a PC, Ace 8 is going to be available for Steam.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire?
And an old PC. Okay, well, that might be an issue. But yeah, I'm going to be getting it day one. I've already told my supervisor I am going to be taking that day off to stream the game. That's not a request. That's just me saying I'm going to be taking it. You can decide to approve pay or not. But I'm taking that day off. Ace 7 will work fine on an older PC, but Ace 8 may not because it's going to be Unreal 5.
Sorry.
Now, you might be able to set it to potato quality and still be able to run it. That I don't know. I am not a PC person. I am a console peasant that is stumbling through PC gaming.
About what?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I have no problems with lower graphics. Because again, my favorite game to this day is Ace Combat 6. It is locked at 30 FPS. Monster Hunter Wilds is the RE engine. It is not Unreal 5. Understandable. I don't know. Yeah, Monster Hunter 5 or Wilds uses the RE engine. As does the new Resident Evil games, Dead Space, pretty much any Capcom game. Recently.
Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Now return to base.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Golem and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Kind of.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1
Me,
to Column 1,
but I
thank
don't
your
care.
lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron.
Yeah, Flanker.
The two-front offensive was a failure.
I think the link to my YouTube archive is in the Twitch about links or whatever. There is a shit ton of playlists on there. I think the biggest one I've got right now is the Aircraft Showcase Redux, which is where I just fly every single aircraft and every single Ace Combat game I can stream. And it's still ongoing. Thank you.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse.
Ah, yes. The
Thank
evil
God he has some
grandpa.
granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now, compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health.
Yeah,
over the years, flying
Mihai,
altitudes for prolonged stretches
I
of
believe,
time
is
had ravaged and poisoned his body.
actually an evil character.
He was a
Like,
man of grit.
I don't believe that
Today,
all
after
the
28
antagonist
years, he
aces
saw combat again.
are evil.
If his
Yellow
fate
13, I don't
could
believe is
affect
evil.
him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today.
I could actually see an argument that he's
As a
actually
pilot,
good
he exceeds all
aligned.
our expectations. It's going to take a
No, I have not been able to do
pro
that
to
yet.
reach his skill.
Cross. I do not know why Mass Effect 1 is screwing
How
up.
penal is this penal unit, you ask?
I haven't had a
Place
chance
is a
to
shithole.
uninstall it and reinstall it and test it on my
If you
laptop.
took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then
I was gonna
corralled
do
it
that
all
over
in
the
one
weekend.
place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air
Um,
smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters too. Everything from flea-ridden guards.
But
rabid
I would
dogs,
say
and
that
mechanics
evil,
stretch for life.
or Mihai
Like
is
the
evil.
rats. Yeah, we got those.
And
some pilots who got
not
the wings
chaotic
too.
evil.
One's a great pilot, but a
Not-
lousy.
I would say he's lawful
He's a
evil because he
gambler with no
does
luck. And one's
follow a
anarchist
code.
with no balls. Their job
It's
here is
just
to rev the engines on the fake runway.
his own code.
The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite.
And the
to
reason why I
keep
say
it.
he's evil is
Even though
because
there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on the
all he
Emperor.
cares about is
I bet you're wondering. if
stacking
Aruja
bodies
lost
in the
war,
air.
How come they still have a spy satellite?
now you might
Someone over there was smart enough to train a
so
bunch
what
of
he wants to
computer nerds
fly,
to
who
hack
cares?
Lucia's satellite.
Now if he just wanted to fly,
Every now
he
and
would
then,
go into
a
the
spy
civilian
busts
market.
out. And every single time
Not
the
necessarily, you
Santa
know,
Claus would drive
airliners,
right
because
back.
that gets dull.
When I was
But
in my cell, I'd hear this
Barnstormer,
voice coming from the guards room.
civilian
It was the
trainer,
Arusian princess rallying her people on the Arusian
Um,
broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers.
or he could
You wanna hear
sign
something
up
funny?
or volunteer to be part of Aruja's
Every time she was on the air,
national
they'd put up the
acrobatic
volume on the radio and
team.
sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and
Go fly
workers
scientist
alike.
Yeah, he could do that.
When the princess said
Cross,
she
I do
wanted
not
to
see
sponsor
evidence that he
every
cares
word.
about his granddaughters.
Lately, she'd been having more fun
Um,
with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a
I don't
magnet.
even know if he acknowledges their
Whenever she'd point out
existence.
stuff that was wrong with her,
Um,
the prisoners in here went nuts.
now,
Hell,
an Ace
if
Combat
anyone knew how
character
messed up Osea was, it
that
was the prisoners.
does
They
just
fought,
want to
burned
fly
and
and doesn't
stayed
care
down.
how would be Enric
Nobody was gonna sit here
Hildenbrand,
and rot away in a
Schneeleader.
hole.
Because in his
Instead of
his
building fake-ass
interviews,
planes to trick Aruja,
he is a
you know
civilian
what it'll
flight
really take
instructor.
off.
You were criminal and
You can
still care
count
about
on
your
that.
family. I know, Gio. And I don't think Mihai is one of those people. Because we are not shown evidence on screen that he cares for his granddaughters. We are shown that his granddaughters care for him, but we don't see evidence of it being reciprocal.
The arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air.
So
This will be difficult to overcome.
I can't say that he does care about
However,
them.
we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter
But
what it takes.
Mihai chose to sell his soul
The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man
to
who spearheaded
enable
the
a
destruction of the space
robot war
Osea's former
just
president,
so he
Mr.
could
Harling.
stack bodies.
Mr. Harling was inspecting the
Because
elevator when the war
he doesn't want to just fly. He wants to prove he's the best by shooting down worthy opponents.
However,
And
according to the latest
he doesn't
news,
just
a
shoot them
military
down.
officer accompanying
Cypher
Mr. Harling hid him inside the
shot
elevator.
his opponents down. If they died, that's war.
Enemy
Mihai goes out of his
set up
way
around the space elevator.
to kill.
Likely a large squadron would be detected.
Because the only
We will send a single aircraft through the network.
the
Sending a
only
rescue team
pilot
soon after.
that he's damaged
A number of anti-air
and
radios
survived
around the space elevator. However, reconnaissance suggests
is
the network
Trigger.
weakest along the southeastern
Every other ace that we've seen him go up against dies.
There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying
Because
through
he
the clouds
plays
will
with
enable
his
us to
food.
stay hidden from their radar.
As Brownie said.
If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced
And
to
mentioning
abort
the
the
end
mission.
is your reason, but that's after he
The lone
goes when he's
pilot
got by
will head up
Trigger.
the strategy as you, Trigger.
No, Trigger gave him a punishment worse than death
Secure the
for him.
rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the
For someone like Mihai to be bedridden for the rest of your life,
provide escort for Mr. Harlan's
that's
craft after rendezvous.
that's hell on earth. So yeah, his granddaughters will be the only distraction he has from it. So then, yeah, he might actually care about him, but I don't think it's because of a coming to Jesus moment. I think it's because it's a distraction from the pain. It's the version of King Vaughn. All right. So for this one, we're going to go back to the F5. Because it's the only one on this list that has multi-locked missiles. But we're, for reasons, we're going to use the War Dog skin. Why reasons? Because I believe in cruel irony. That's why. Although, I'm curious. Okay, so that does say OADF. Even though it's also a Navy plane. Oh, whatever. It's both, so they went with Air Force. Got it. Ace Combat, where war crimes come to life. Yep, pretty much.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Why are you using War Dog? Well, this is Rescue. And, who's the major player in this mission? Oh, yeah, that's right. President Harling.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar.
I'm an asshole.
Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
Time to take the president off the map. Yep, and it's Blaze that's going to be doing it. Or allegedly. He's going to be framed for doing it. But this is Blaze. He should be used to being framed by now. Go ahead and let the ads go. I can take the long way around. We'll save our flares.
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Who knows? Yeah. I don't know if Trigger met up with Nagase. Because... And I don't even know why she identified herself as Kei Nagase, because officially, according to Osteen records, she's fucking dead. Until 2020. Because she was part of the Ghosts of Rosgreaves. Oh, he's referring to the Elephant Walk desktop or wallpaper. The lore for that is there was an air show that took place after the Aurelian War in 2020 at Red Mill, and well, all the protagonist aces were invited.
Don't worry, we're watching over you.
I mean, yeah, but she'd be under an assumed identity, Geo. It's called witness protection. Protection for what? Who knows? The war is over, yes, but there's a reason why Harling classified everything that happened in with the Ghosts of Rosgrees in the Circum-Pacific War until 2020. It's because he was trying to purge the traitors without them knowing that he knew. So he was protecting the former War Dog pilots from reprisal from the remnants of the Grey Men. They took a major body blow, but there were still enough of them that he didn't know where they were exactly, which is why they were supposed to be declassified in 2020. By then, they would have flushed them all out. So that's what they were being protected from. So the fact that Kei Nagase identified herself on an open channel as someone who is officially dead and is squarely on most radical Belkin shit lists may not have been the best idea. But then again, this is the same person that decided that the best idea to save Chopper was bail out in the stadium instead of the river right next door. She would. Blaze would win. Edge, not so much. She got shot down at least once in that game.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Mage 2, locked.
Don't get me wrong, I like Edge from 5, but Wisdom is not her strongest stat.
Target down. Half of the anti-air guns down. Missile launched. Half of the SAM sites are down.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Column Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Surprised the Grey Men were involved. Please God, no. Please God, no. No more Grey Men. No more Belka. Let them rest. If there's a shadow thing going on, let it be General Resource. Because that would make sense timeline-wise. But I am sick to death of Belka did it. I don't want to see Belka again for at least 2 to 3 games.
All SAM sites down.
It's bad enough that Belka was involved in 6.
Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Rendezvous in sight.
At least that one was a world with no boundaries instead of the Grey Men.
Bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Seeing up here, going up to meet up 2 VIP.
You know, General Resource would be a perfect shadow villain. Because they would totally be working to undermine the nations of Usia so they can establish control. Not outright control like it was in Ace 3, but get politicians in key spots in their back pocket. In the FC, you would be the perfect target. Another instigator could be Yuktabanya. We know Yuktabanya is going to be involved somehow. It could be a Satoa is fighting a two-front war against both Yuktabanya and then against the FCU separately. So we might actually be allying with Yuktabanya. You know, with an enemy and my enemy is my friend. Who knows? But Yuktabanya is more than likely going to be involved, according to stuff that the devs have said. It's just rumors at this point, but... And I would welcome Yuktabanya coming back for something. I mean, we're gonna be fighting on their continent eventually, because Satoa is on Varuja, which is where Yuktabanya is. And
sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out.
I don't know if Satoa is a large enough nation to have a super weapon. But if they stole it from Yuktabanya, or if Yuktabanya is the shadow, or like the larger villain, and Satoa is their attack dog, that would also make sense. Although I think most players would rather have Yuktabanya as a allied nation rather than an enemy one. Which Ace Combat games have you played, Flanker?
This is Golem 3. Bandit on my 6. I can't get away.
7? Just 7? Okay. Yeah, you've got some homework.
All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
Okay, it's kind of like fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's wait till we're home safe.
Each Ace Combat game can be played as standalone. So
5 minutes remaining.
you don't need to have played any of the others to really be able to enjoy any of the games. But there is a strange real lore. And if you have a disk drive, you could theoretically buy some of the older game discs and rip the files so you can emulate them on the various emulators. That might actually be the easiest way to do it.
Great job, Trigger.
Now, for TOS reasons, that's how I'm going to recommend you play the older games. And I recommend you not sail the high seas. Hear that, Twitch? But if you just want to read up on the lore, I would recommend going to the Ace Combat wiki. The wiki GG, not Phantom. If somebody wants to drop a link to that, please do so. But that is a pretty accurate lore depository for Ace Combat because it's run and maintained by Ace Combat nerds like ourselves.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Yeah, I've got plenty of playthroughs of each of the games, so you can do it that way.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual. There have to be. Gargoyle.
So there is ways you can learn the lore without having to play each of the games.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
But yeah, there is a rich lore to Ace Combat, and learning it will help enhance the games, but it is not required.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Yeah, this is from Ace Combat 5, or this livery here, and the President is also from Ace Combat 5.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on?
And in fact, in one of the missions in Ace Combat 5, you're supposed to save said President.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond. Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time.
Okay, I gotta wait until 47 seconds.
Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat.
Now, before we had an official track name for this,
Oh my god.
this is
Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was OG. A friendly missile.
this right here
Verifying the situation.
was called Tears of Rosgrease,
I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air.
because it's like a sad little bit of the unsung lore.
They just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Is it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
Oh yeah, you can do it without missiles. And it will still be hit by a missile. Also, even if you're using missiles, you can see a Sidewinder come in from off screen. Because it wasn't you that did it. It was George.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Yeah, I will drop a link for the wiki. That is the Ace Combat Wiki. It has everything you need to answer any questions you have about the lore. And if you want to watch playthroughs of each of the games, I've got playlists of every game I have that I can stream. I'm almost done with the first run of Ace 3. Fair enough.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, we must have looked.
I'll be right
like
back.
the
I'm gonna
USN
get
Air Force was about to go
more
under attack.
drink. Be right back.
Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this, talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason.
All right, I'm back, and she is still yapping.
Maybe
Holy
I
crap!
should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
All right, so which am I gonna use?
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His TAC name's Triggered. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire. And as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Now, this next aircraft I'm going to be picking is going to be rather unconventional.
Was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm going to need a few aircraft to scramble.
Wonder how many we'll lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky.
But
first.
it would make sense given the shit that Spare has to work with.
Is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Alright, this will probably be the last mission for tonight. Because I am getting hungry. And it's almost 2 hours. So, yeah. We will do this mission and then we'll call it a night. Alright, so we're going to be taking the EA-6B Prowler. Because why the hell not? Alright. Doing the IEWS. Now, it does look awesome. It does look adorable. We've got the Hierarch Osea skin. Little green Skyarca. Yep. We got the Aruja skin with a little shark mouth there. Got the special skin, which is Schnee 6. Remember in Zero, guys, when most of them are in Tomcats, but there was a jammer? It's this little guy. This is a little guy. Then we got Mage, Spare, and Strider. We're gonna take this guy. Schnee.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your
Now, I love the Intruder and Prowler.
Control, would you kindly send me up
Why,
first?
but every time you look at the front of the A6...
Spare 8.
Timmy.
Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for
maybe you're thinking of South Park?
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
But technically this is not the A6, this is the EA6.
Go now.
The Prowler.
The jump in solitary once he gets back. If he makes it back, can you land your ass?
Champ's gonna survive? Anyone want to bet on it? No one's gonna take that bet.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, I have no problem with him stirring things up.
Yeah, I love the look of the Intruder and Prowlers. I am so glad they're coming back in Ace 8.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good. Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil. Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance.
Now, Bandog did call us a murder, but
I know it's just a dummy runway.
he's not singling us out as murder. He's saying another. And at this point in the game, he does think we're just a criminal.
Just think of it as you atone for your crimes.
He's not treating us any differently than he would any other member of Spare.
Shot down. You hear me? Righto.
Well, no. The female wingman is the major. Obviously, because she's Yuktabanian.
Spare 15, work off your crimes.
But as the Spare missions progress, Bandog slowly but surely realizes you don't belong here. Because your sense of duty is that of a regular soldier. I know what you're talking about. Tasha.
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKinsey? Damn it!
And towards the end of the Spare run, Bandog has
Spare squadron, listen up.
officially come to the conclusion that you did not do what you were accused of. You are not a criminal. You got thrown in here by mistake. And he counts his blessings that you did. Because without Trigger, the 444 would have been dead. Many times over. But instead, largely thanks to you, you allowed Bandog to make a difference in the war. To actually do something. And that's why he has respect for you.
I've yet to confirm the destruction of the targets. Continue on with the mission. Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that will get dressed up real pretty.
My canon is that due to the circumstances of Full Band's execution, Bandog was quietly discharged. He did order friendly fire. Bandog had Full Band executed because he was going to reveal the war doctrine for the 444 over an open mic. Not necessarily Stonehenge, but the fact that thanks to the 444's missions, the Oseans now knew where the holes in the Erusian drone net were. There was no way the Erusians knew that. And so, to protect not only the Erusian or the Osean war effort, but the 444 themselves from persecution, he has Full Band killed. He gave him plenty of times to, shut the fuck up. But Full Band refused every single one of them. Now, Bandog technically does not have the authority to do that. Legally, he was in the wrong. Yeah, it's war. No, I am a Bandog supporter in that regard. But the legality of it is kind of questionable. However, if they were to dishonorably discharge Bandog, and bring him before a tribunal to, you know, prosecute him for his crimes, well, that would open up some questions that OCN High Command really doesn't want answered. Now, given Bandog's status is not just their spares AWACS, but their effective warden in the sky, he does have a bit more leeway regarding discipline, and Full Band was a penal pilot, meaning he was a criminal. So, that combined with the fact that Bandog has a paper-thin alibi of, well, I got mixed up, they probably just decided, you know what, it was a mistake. Your mistake got someone killed. You are now discharged. Go away. And then promptly swept it on the rug. So I would assume that Bandog is working in the civilian sector as possibly air traffic control or a radar operator of some regards, maybe for weather, I don't know, or FAA or something, or whatever the OCN's variant of that is. The Joint Chiefs of Staff probably wanted that swept under the rug, like, hey, if you keep your mouth shut, accept a resignation, we will make sure you get paid full benefits and set up in whatever civilian sector job you want. But none of this ever happened. And Bandog was like, okay, fine. I get it. I'll take it. But no, I don't think Bandog remained in the military after Mission 10.
2 targets remaining. Why would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason.
And I don't think he got the McKinsey treatment of, oh yeah, you're totally a competent general. Look at all those medals on your chest. You need to go to the front lines. And totally not get sacrificed to the gods of war. So everyone else in our military doesn't get a migraine from your existence. What?
The last escort is down. The bombers are ripe.
There kind of is. It was an old PS2 era game. It's not. It's a Star Wars game. It's called Star Wars Clone Wars. And you pilot what's called a fighter tank. I love that game. I would love to play that again, or play a game like that. Forrest, yes, that is exactly what happened to McKinsey. They promoted him to the front lines because of all of his medals. And the LRSSG briefing guy was kind of like, yeah, he was sent to earn the glory that he already said he had.
Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15.
Straight to the front lines.
Conditions are calm. 3,000 meters.
And he said in a tone that was like, he's not going to last. Now, what would have been fun is if McKinsey was promptly reassigned to Tyler Island and immediately got killed in the first wave. You know, to seek the glory, because he was ordered to lead from the front.
Heading is good. Stay on course.
I would find that funny and appropriate.
Right. Stand by for your next sortie.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
All right, so our that'll be it for today. The schedules for the next week's streams. Tomorrow we're going to continue our showcase of Ace Combat 2. We're going to finish up the normal plane list, and then we'll start the extra plane list. Friday, we will be playing Dragon Age 2, and then Batman Arkham Knight. Saturday in the morning, we will be playing The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. I'm glad you had fun, Flanker. Sunday will be Carolina the Gunslinger and Baldur's Gate 3. And then Sunday evening, we will be completing our last run of Ace Combat 3, the General Resource to Ouroboros run. Hopefully we'll get the Omega ending. Monday will be Final Fantasy IX. Assuming that weather and or PC actually lets me stream. And then next Wednesday we'll be doing more Frozen Wilds in Horizon Zero Dawn, and we'll be finishing up the Spare arc and the Cold War run. But thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun, and I will see you guys tomorrow with Ace Combat 2. Good night.